Welcome to News Alert on Capital Television.
Ghana has marked the 2014 International Youth Day with a pledge by President Mahama to set up the Youth Enterprise Support Initiative with seed fund of 10 million Ghana cedis to enable youth with startup ventures get much needed financial assistance. He said his government takes the well-being of youth seriously, as exemplified by government's dedication of 1/3 of budgetary allocation to education, adding 25,000 people have accessed education thanks to the Basic Education Complementary Program. According to the president, works have begun on the construction of 50 community day schools to bridge the gap in education, stressing the Labour Office is being transformed into the National Employment Centre to cater for the peculiar needs of the youth.
Government has a very important responsibility of ensuring that our youth have access to equal opportunity and are well equipped with functional skills to face the challenges of the 21st century. It is government's duty to provide educational training and vocational pathways that would lead directly to sustainable employment opportunities. And that is why government continues to spend more than 1/3 of the national budget on education alone. Even though Ghana has been successful in achieving the Millennium Development Goals on universal primary education, there still remains pockets where school enrollment is low. To address this, government introduced the Complementary Basic Education Program. This program has facilitated teaching and learning for 25,000 out-of-school children. Classes under this program have been underway in the Upper East, Upper West, Northern, and Brong-Ahafo regions. And these are 25,000 children whose choices are not going to be limited by literacy. 25,000 children who can go on to become active and productive contributors to their communities in ways that they might never have imagined. Government is embarking on initiatives that will encourage the spirit of entrepreneurship so that young people, instead of seeking jobs, can become job providers themselves. I promise the youth of this country a special fund that will be used to support startups, young people who have ideas and need support to breathe life into those ideas. This promise is coming. This promise is coming into fruition today. I'm happy to announce that tonight at the State Banquet Hall, I will launch the Youth Enterprise Support Initiative for the young people of this country. $10 million Ghana cedis has been set aside for this fund. All you Ghanaian youth who have brilliant ideas but can't find the necessary support to start up will be interested in this initiative.
National Coordinator of the National Youth Authority, Ras Mubarak, in his speech, called on all stakeholders to support the fight against youth crime and unemployment, explaining that the National Patriotism Lectures is aimed at sensitizing the youth to remain focused despite challenges. He said his agencies is working to bring into force the framework needed to make the youth policy relevant.
When it comes to tackling youth unemployment, when it comes to tackling youth poverty, when it comes to tackling youth crime and other issues affecting young people, we are all in this together. Exactly a week ago today, there was a big banner headline story on the front page of Ghana's leading national daily about the arrest of 6 armed robbers for allegedly murdering a prophetess and a political activist during various robberies. Their ages, 18 years, 20 years, 23, 25, 26, and 29. All of them under 30. All of them young people who could have been lawyers, who could have been teachers, who could have been doctors and law enforcement officers. People who are committing serious crimes are no longer adults. They are youth, and we should begin to ask ourselves serious questions. The NYA can't do this alone. We need your support to fund research, to fund data that will tell us how many of our young people, of our compatriots have jobs, how many are in school or in training, how many have special educational needs, how many have complex healthcare needs, how many are at the risk of harm, and how many are even skilled and unskilled.
Other dignitaries, business owners, and youth shared their thoughts on Ghana's theme, Investing in Young People, the key to Ghana's transformation and economic development.
This program has been successful in my view, and I think that particularly also because we had the President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, being a guest of honor at the event added some weight also to it. You may have observed that internationally the theme for this day's celebration, that is the International Youth Day celebration for this year, has been mental health. The UN has focused on mental health, but for us in Ghana, focus has been on investment in the youth who are key to the economic transformation of our country.
So I think it's always a great occasion whenever we need to remember the importance of the youth for national development. So today is one of those days. We are happy to have the President himself gracing the occasion, simply to indicate that we believe young people actually are pivotal in the way forward. But having said that, it's not just about ceremony, it's not just about a ritual. We need to appreciate that for youth to really do what he got to do, there must be a fundamental change of mindset. To bring about the change we are looking for in the country, it goes just beyond simply talking about the fact that youth have capacity. But we need to see a lot more drive, a lot more passion for young people themselves, a lot more commitment to doing things the right way. And above all, youth need to take out of their mind this whole attitude that somehow manna would drop from heaven.
I think that if the event went well, I must commend the National Youth Authority. For a very long time, it has been a dormant, group. But with since Ras Mubarak came on board, they have been very, very active. I follow them through the patriotism month they held in Kumasi till this one. The organization was good. And one thing that caught my attention was the Youth Enterprise Fund that the President mentioned. It is something that I think that it is long overdue, but they say better late than never. And during his campaign, when he made that promise, almost every young person in business was looking forward to it. Even whether they were politically active or not, it caught our attention. And we are very excited that he mentioned today that tonight,